me select the tune the body and pull it up, footings pull up, me say.
Right?
Well, I've been known to throw around the truth once in a while.
Okay.
0, ignition, lift off.
Real talks. We got Malichi.
There
We
he
got
is.
Buzz.
That's it.
0,
So we're here
ignition,
at the atrium, the location.
lift off.
It's our privilege today to share with you.
So we're here at the atrium, the location of the Real Talks podcast, okay? Got my man Buzz in the building.
Hold on here. Yeah, we were in here, pal. Sorry. I get all technically screwed up here. I'm at the atrium for the first time ever, people, and I'm looking pretty excited about this.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, what a place. Shocker, Malichi gets me in here right in front of an e-bike store. I had to kind of swallow real hard to come upstairs, but we got by the e-bike store.
Okay. You know why I brought you here, man?
Yeah.
Because the podcast is called Real Talks. You know what I mean?
Oh, I like this.
Real Talks. So that means politically correctness. You gotta throw that out the window, man. Because we're gonna talk the truth, right?
Well, I've been known to throw around the truth once in a while.
Okay. Let me ask you this, man. How come you're not afraid to talk the truth?
I just speak the truth.
Okay.
Wasn't a good guy at one time, and
Okay.
lies can get you in trouble. And I just speak the fucking truth now, and that's all it is when I'm passionate about something or something going on, I tell how it is, and sometimes the repercussions can really fuck you over, or there's other people that have the same feeling.
Yeah. Okay. I like that, man, because the truth is that, you know what? Without the truth, ain't nobody could. There's no way to continue in life, right? You know, it doesn't make sense living a fake life, because your whole basis on that is non-facts, right?
Yeah, totally. Like, so many ideas go through my head, and
Yeah.
I could drive around town, and all of a sudden it's like, fuck, I want to get the camera on, and just fucking Rusty's ran it out.
Okay.
To see the little things that piss me off. The big things that happen in my life, no big deal. Shit can happen, hit the fan. Like my horns at work got damaged. I had these big fucking horns on the front of my Lincoln, and I watched one of my employees right in front of me fall down on the ground. They thought I was going to do fucking cartwheels for an hour and a half.
Okay. Anybody that's watching right now, if they anybody wants to ask any questions, man, do saying what? We need some Buzz real truth. Truth is relevant. Okay, that's absolutely correct, man. So anybody want to ask some real questions? So what we're gonna discuss right here, right?
Well, you've been shaking my tree. Let's get a little background here. You've been shaking my tree.
Shaking your tree.
Shaking both trees. He cut my hair. Best haircut in town. $20 for guys.
Okay.
There's a shameless plug, but about doing something together, and it's like, you're busier than I am, for fuck's sake.
Okay.
You put St. Thomas on this goddamn mat. Let's get that straight.
Man.
Yeah, you have. You got an outsider coming in here, and St. Thomas is on the mat. Look at the clothing line. Everyone comes in and wants a piece of St. T.
Okay.
I'm just a lonely truck driver that got out of a truck and running a detail shop. What do we know?
Hey, explain to me how that happened, though. How did Buff and Shine get created, man?
Well, my boss, John, Law Cook Service Center, 92 years in business, had that open. Buff and Shine was a real deal business in town. Mm-hmm. And his parents, what I've been told, took a different avenue on what they wanted to do with the business. I think they got into cabs and couriers, and they just shut it down.
Okay. So
I worked at Lear straight out of high school, Parkside, blue and white. Let's go, boys. Mm-hmm. A little shameless plug there, but I didn't go to college.
No,
my mom and dad had a boatload of money all saved up. Here you go. I'm the number one son.
Yeah.
And fuck it, I'm not going to college because I don't know what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And a funny little story in that, I was going to be a corrections officer. Lucky I didn't do that. I already spent some time in there. But we had little vignettes I did on Facebook. The only reason I got on Shitbook, I call it, is because my son was sick. and everyone was doing Facebook. And so 2009, I got on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And I only went on it for comic relief. So
Okay.
there's a little background. I've only been on Shitbook for 2009, and I've been banned and kicked off several different usernames. I'm Nick Simpson now.
Okay.
But to take you to that question there, I go on and on. Oh my God! I'm sorry. I'm reading. I got too many things in there. I got to put this
Okay.
down. Hello,
Okay.
Busby, and everything else. I like that. You hold that. I get all freaked out. So I had car wash confessionals. I used to have a membership at the car wash and go through and do vignettes, right? And yeah, I do love Facebook,
Okay.
but Facebook comes with a double-edged sword there, people. If you're actually going to speak your fucking mind and be on Facebook, look for the repercussions. Or just sit there and scroll all day and think, hey, fuck, let's see what's going on in Nick Simpson's life. Is he in trouble? Oh, I love you, Suzanne. Anyways, did the car wash confessionals, and John, my boss, says, I want you to open up the Buff and Shine, but come with the same style, just like you said tonight.
Yeah.
Come in here with the same freeness and politically incorrect.
Correct.
Because I am not politically correct. There's no fucking way this guy here, limited education, out of Parkside, no post education. I can get wordsmith quicker than anybody in the fucking world.
Yeah.
Google saves me.
Uh-huh.
What's with your chains?
Okay,
Hey, listen.
yeah,
gotta
stop
look-
banging the chain.
Oh yeah, sorry about that. Anyway, we'll stop doing that. I'm all blinged up, right? When you're driving an 88 Lincoln Town car, you got to bring the heat. Got the ice on one end. I'm not even gonna go there.
Uh-huh.
Talking old gangster. So, anyways, John wanted me to come open the Buff and Shine, and we actually came out, opened the Buff and Shine. We were aggressive. I was already telling you I'm the best and everything else because it was a Contra style social media takeover.
Okay.
And I went in it with I wasn't humble to nobody,
Yeah.
and fear factor 0. Because if you're gonna go in front of a camera like I am right now, you gotta be ready for backlash.
Yeah.
You gotta be ready for everyone's gonna correct you. Because hey, trust me, you can correct me a fucking 100 times today. You can trump me all you want. But that's where it leads me today is
Okay.
well, open the Buff and Shine. You opened your shop 1 year ago.
Yeah, I did.
And I love the way you cut my hair. Sorry, Courtney. But that's where we're at. You've been shaking my dick. I've been shaking your dick. Sorry, did I say that?
Yeah, no, you have to pause on that stuff, man.
I'm just kidding.
You can't be talking to nah. I ain't shaking nothing, man.
I know you're not. But anyways, sorry about that. But we got some ideas, and here's where the Buff and Shine is.
Okay.
And I think it's what's good for the community, and that's what's number one.
Okay, so here, okay, check this out, right? I've been around practically every major city out there, right? And no one has any issues with people speaking their mind, right? But the minute you open your mouth, it's almost like people have issues with it. Why is that?
Oh, I think social media has made everyone think their fucking opinions got to be heard.
Okay.
And social media is a bitch. It can either make you or break you.
Okay.
And everyone's, I post on Facebook, my fucking favorite color is blue. I got fucking 100 people telling me why red's the best. I don't really give a fuck that your red is better. I posted on my Facebook, I think blue's the best.
Uh-huh.
And so you can trickle down effect on that.
Yeah.
I could say I love Trump, which I do. I'll have 100 people tell me how Trudeau is the best prime minister we've ever seen because, we're going to carbon tax you and that'll fix everything.
Yeah.
Like I can go on and on about that, but social media, and I'm not saying everyone's like this, but they'll have a couple vinos or a couple beers or have a little bit of 420 and they want to give your opinion, and you got to have motherfucking thick skin.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell you, at times I don't. And if you said you did, then you're lying to me because sometimes people will get to you.
Correct.
And it's how you rebound, because every day I wake up, I think I piss excellence. But I really, truly believe, I don't like to get too political, which people think, oh, fuck, I'll come in here and fire it all up. But
yeah,
I'm going to have 50 people waiting for me that have to tell me their opinion tomorrow.
Hey,
and that's okay.
the way I see it, man, it's like if you're doing something right, you're gonna get it, you know. Because ain't nobody care what you're doing if you ain't doing nothing that's affecting nobody, right?
You're so right.
Absolutely, you know. What
They
I mean?
don't give a flying shit what you're doing because you're quiet, out of mainstream. You're out of people's comfort zones.
Correct.
Um,
Buzz, this is an interesting thing, right? I learned this about maybe a couple months ago, right? What I learned is that, see, naturally, I like motivating people. My assumption, which was wrong, was I believed that people always wanted to do better. That's what I thought, right? So my initial thing is that, you know what? I'm going to try to push you. I'm going to try to motivate you. And then those same people you're trying to push and motivate, they want to kill you, right? Because you're taking them out of their comfort zone.
Yeah. I think we've both had experiences where you want to elevate someone else and make them better. Then all of a sudden, their fucking hands out and they think they're entitled to more, but you're the one putting your name, your money,
correct,
you everything on the line. We can go back and forth on this.
Yeah.
And when we cut haircuts, but you got to weed through the people that are with you and not against you. And Shitbook, and right there, you're in the Facebook world. I got 500 friends, which I get them all the time. I guarantee only a fucking 100's got my back. And you got to look in the mirror, people. Some people that got 5,000 friends, come on. Like, get a grip. Go to Instagram, because that's for the young kids.
Yeah, I got 5,000 friends, man.
Well, yeah, you would. For sure. Like, dude, you...
So you're talking about me, right?
No, but you in a certain way. But the thing is, you got a brand. You're wearing it, right?
The Saint T brand, right?
That's
there,
right.
Okay.
I got some of that stuff down in Kansas City, my friend.
Okay.
All the way down there.
Okay.
People come and ship that everywhere. That's a brand right there, right?
Beautiful,
so
man.
If I'm selling T-shirts, I'm selling car cleanups, right? And I'm selling I'm not selling it. I'm just telling my personal advice on certain things or my opinions, and it does get me in trouble. Trust me. Trust me, this podcast somehow will shit on my front door somehow down in the near future.
You know what, though? Who cares, man?
Well, I don't.
Who cares?
Well,
obviously you don't care, but the truth is that I think we have to get to that point of, you know what? Who cares? You know what I mean? Because the truth is that people are afraid of elevation. You know what I mean? Because it's uncomfortable. You know? Because I tell you one thing, right? Here's one thing I discovered a few years ago, that whenever you're on the borderline of something great, right?
Yeah.
Pain is gonna come.
Always.
Pain is gonna come. For example, you know, if you're working out, right? In order for you to be doing something and be producing muscle, you gotta rip that muscle, right? You know, right before childbirth, you know, crazy pain. You know what I mean? So once you're feeling pain, a lot of people are like, you know what, this is too much for me. Let me stop, right?
You are so right. You know, geez, I can go on for about an hour on that. People want limelight. People want to be heard. Then once you start it, then they just back out, and you'll see them. Those people, they fade away.
Correct.
And it's a heavy double-edged sword. I'm gonna tell you. You know, I'm not the most famous goddamn fucking guy in the world, and I don't consider. I just what we've started for the Buff and Shine and the extracurricular stuff with my boss John Cook, and that was fun. We did it because it was fun. We did it. We talked about stuff because we thought it was unique and fun. Like you think I'm the originality of the Buff and Shine? No, it was already open before. I've just put our slice on it. Like, we've ripped off wrestlers. Me and John look like a couple wrestlers in our videos.
Yeah.
I love playing Santa Claus.
Yeah.
I love, you know, I'm making fun of my boy Trump too. Does that affect my business? There's some people that come right up to me. I'm at a function down in Port Stanley.
Yeah.
And they'll come up and go, yeah, you guys are great, but you like Trump. Well, thank you. I didn't ask what your opinion was, but fuck off. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't say that, but you know, like they got to tell me their views.
Okay.
Like if you and I are tagging people right now, like some people think that they're talking about me.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm just expressing our views.
Exactly.
You're a very powerful individual.
What you mean powerful?
Well, what you've done for St. Thomas, like even coming up here and, you know, this is live, Facebook. I was a bag of fucking nerves. And see, I said I wasn't going to swear, and here I am throwing the F-bombs.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. If you don't like it, get some earplugs.
Hey, that.
Bubble wraps.
There you go.
Don't even get me into the bubble wrap syndrome we got going on. Get right fired up about that.
Okay. You know what I mean? And you know what? Anybody has any questions here? Check it out. My man, was it Ian Murray, said, move over, Joe Rogan. The buzz man is here. That's what I'm talking about, baby. You see? See,
There are no softball questions here, pal.
no, anybody has, see, the whole premise of this show, right? It is politically incorrect. So we want to talk the truth regardless of what people feel, what people think, because who cares, right? If it's a truth, it's a truth, you know what I mean? So anybody has anything to say, let it be known. Okay, here's Jason. He's talking about, what do you wish St. Thomas had more of?
What do I wish St. Thomas had more of?
Yeah.
Oh, Tony's Huddle. Jeez.
Tony's Huddle, was that?
Oh, good bar. We got legends.
Okay.
We got some good bars here in town. But what do we need more of?
Yeah.
Geez, that's a good question, Jason. Hey, I just seen Poutine Fest is coming back.
Okay, that's
Something nice. You know, screw the Rib Fest and all that. That's already played out. Poutine Fest is coming. I just think more live outdoor events. We have Pinafore Park.
Correct.
That's a beautiful park. We've got Waterworks Park.
Mm-hmm.
There's park people out there probably saying, Buzz, you didn't say our park, but everyone's got a park and everyone's got a sidewalk. Let's have like the One Password Park. That's huge.
That's huge.
Let's have some outdoor events.
Yeah.
Something that brings community together. I think
Correct.
that'd be great. But you know, I'm not on council, so what do I know? Iron Horse. All I know is fucking Iron Horse. Put it back down on Talbot Street, okay? Everywhere else you put it, you fucking. I'm going to Rusty's rant here.
Okay.
Everywhere Iron Horse went, it went to shit.
Okay. So,
Iron Horse.
So
is
what do you want, Iron Horse?
back on Talbot Street?
Why?
Because you walk down Talbot Street, you're not in a dusty field or near the railway station. That was a
Okay.
mess. You know, I want to put my flip-flops on and I have dirty feet. Wheelchair accessible, that wasn't good for people with special needs, right?
That's true.
Talbot Street. And I know some businesses said it hurt their business.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know where in the fuck they are, because when I walked down Talbot Street when Iron Horse was going on, I went, holy shit, that's a new building. That's a new business.
That's true. That's true. The art crawl, when it's on Talbot
Yeah.
Street, my goodness, well, I was cutting here until 1 o'clock in the morning. Buzz, it's crazy, man.
Yeah.
So anybody else have any?
Oh, Justin Leak, how could you run this the same time as The Bachelor? Oh, you need fucking help, Justin. The Bachelor, my lord.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, check it out. Who else? Brad is saying your views on safe injection.
Sites? Oh,
Yeah.
shit. That's like giving someone a safe spot to have a drink. I don't know. Brad Jones, I'm going to tell you something right now. You're doing a hell of a job. I think you're doing something that no one wants to do. I think you should get paid. Safe injection sites, I'm just going to stay away from that one. Nah, fuck it. I don't think it's good.
Mm-hmm. Why?
A safe injection site's just like having a drunk driving lane on the fucking highway. Like, you just wanted to, you know what, you guys got addictions. Here's where you're going to go do it. Well, if it's illegal drugs, then what are we doing here?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get the people help. There's mental health problems. If you haven't driven down Talbot Street in a long time, check it out. There's some spots here in town. They're doing a great job for our city, and I think there's, ever since that site closed down and made the new one, there needs more help with mental illness, and that's a serious issue. If I could be fucking serious for 1 minute, that's true. You see people lugging all their shit. A small story. Law Cook Service Center is like crossroads to St. Thomas, so you see people all over cutting through and that. I seen this woman with a shopping cart, and I rolled on my window going, it was a woman. I didn't know at the time it was a woman. I said, you okay, pal?
Yeah.
And they come over and I said, what's going on? I said, this is all I have. And I said, are you kidding me? And this is near Christmas. And I'm not a rich guy.
Yeah.
Trust me. I flick her $20 and I said, I want you to buy food with this and don't use it for drugs or alcohol. And she goes, yes, I will. And I'm not looking for praise for it, but there's people out there all the time in our city, and we're getting bigger by the day.
Correct.
Port Stanley's blowing the fuck up. If you haven't been down to Port in a while, there's hundreds of homes going in. There's hundreds of homes going to St. Thomas.
Yeah.
If you don't look after the infrastructure, which St. Thomas does a great job of that, I'm gonna tell you that.
Yeah.
You know, we're narconing everybody in town. What about people with diabetes and everything else, or blood pressures? Do we take care of them all too? Like,
yeah.
You know, it comes to when's enough's enough, and you just keep doing the right work there, Jonesy. And I don't give a shit what people say.
See, that's a very see, you know, it's hard to answer because I'm not in that predicament, right? So I really don't know if it's gonna help or
everything costs money.
Correct.
Who's paying for it?
Yeah.
That's the first thing in any member, alderman, woman, whatever. Where's the budget for this?
Correct. Now, do you think safe injection sites will work?
You see them all across the country, and you don't know because the mainstream media won't fucking tell you
the numbers, right?
Yeah, they won't tell you. If you're listening to CNN or do any CNN, tune off on this right now because you're a sheep. But safe injection sites, I don't know. That's like giving somewhere here's if you got an alcohol problem, you have this room and you can drink all day here. You're fine.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. It's a toughie. That's a tough situation.
It is. You know, I don't have the numbers.
I've been through.
It's really hard.
Certain addictions through my life. And
yeah.
It's on the individual for change. Even through hardships, that we have governments that'll give you. If you don't have a place to stay, there's welfare. There's I deal with a lot of hires through certain facilities.
Okay.
OPD. I'm not saying it right, but there's money available to help train these people, get them back on their feet. Just get these people the right door to knock on to get going, to get sober.
Yeah.
To get wellness.
Yeah.
It's just, but no one wants to touch it. But okay. Jonesy's out there doing this on his own accord, and I know that's a toughie subject too to get paid, because as soon as the city wants to pay someone, then they're going to take applicants from 100 people that want to do that. I don't know.
Correct. They would have to, right?
So then you open up Pandora's box there again.
Correct. So
I don't know. Anyways, does that answer it? Yeah.
What do you say?
It's proven to work in London. Yeah.
It's proven to work in London, Ontario?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have the numbers. If it works, if it doesn't, but I think at the end of the day, I guess we're missing the bigger picture, which is the counseling, which is the rehab element of it, right? You know, so
here, you hold that thing.
You know, at the end of the day, I think it might work, right? But we actually are missing the like, how do we bring these individuals out of that pit hole?
It's tough. Everybody, you know, Melmer asked a question about what does St. Thomas need? We're in our skate park. Well, then someone's got to upgrade it. Someone's got to clean it. Have you went to the skate park? Like, I know I'm all over the place, but I have a 10-year-old boy and I take him throughout St. Thomas. Well, you go over there, there's more cigarette butts over at that skate park than outside Bengal country. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So these are our juveniles. These are our younger people. And there's more cigarette butts on the ground because they're pigs. So everybody wants something, but no one wants to take care of it.
Nobody wants to take care of it.
So then it always comes back on the burden of the taxpayer.
Okay.
At the end of the day, the taxpayer has got to pay for it.
Yeah.
Everybody wants a fucking sidewalk. They want it cleared off, but then they don't want their lawn ruined when the sidewalk cleaner guy goes around and tears up your lawn, because then you're mad at that, but then he's not there to do the street. We can never win on taxpayers' money.
Correct.
Or how do you say it? Taxpayer funded. I don't know. Someone will correct me out there in shit book world, but
you know what? I see. Well, I see what you're saying, right? So when it comes to a lot of people want a lot of stuff, but it's gonna take it's gonna take a lot of work to maintain that.
Well,
Now,
we're in a situation here with St. Thomas and Port Stanley and the surrounding areas are blowing up. You're going to have more tax money, and then you're going to have more funds. Then you got to figure out the powers to be that you elected are going to use your funds correctly.
yeah,
Voices need to be heard, and I don't get too political, but especially city council people. But so far so good.
you know what, Chad here, Chad said his dad just died, right, of diabetes, man. Rest in peace, man. Chad, man, I miss you, dude. I haven't seen you for a while, too, man. And he's saying they had to scramble to get medication
Yeah,
and sacrifice food to pay. It's only been 2 months. So this hits hard, you know what I mean? So
damn right.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to give needles to addicts. Well, what about giving diabetic medicine to people who are diabetic?
yeah,
I suffer from high blood pressure. I have no medical plan. I took advantage of it at Lear when I worked there, but I have nothing now. It comes out of pocket.
yeah,
Someone always has to pay for something. So then if you open up Pandora's box of doing injection sites, what's next and when do you stop? It's just like, how much does a teacher need to fucking make in a year? Oops, sorry, don't get me started. You know what I mean? Where is the ceiling?
yeah.
Where do you stop?
Where do you stop?
Okay, we always want to start somewhere, but where do you stop when, okay, we've got, I'm just putting this out there. Now you got me on a rant. We're going to put fucking 10 injection sites in St. Thomas, and, we're going to give the teachers whatever they need for this 3 years. But in 3 years from now, they're going to tell us again why they need more and why the student classes are bigger. Well, I said I wasn't even going to go there. But where do you stop? Because everybody, again, we started this conversation on social media, and everybody wants a view.
Correct.
By us starting this, just opens up Pandora's box again.
And you know what? That's the whole basis of the show, man. People are allowed to speak their mind. You know what I mean? People are allowed to speak their mind. I think once you allow people to feel free to say whatever they want, regardless if somebody agrees or not. So I don't even care what people's point of views are, right? I respect a man more if he has a point of view and he's able to stand on that point of view.
Yeah.
Right? So if he's able to stand on that point of view, and I know that's your point of view, whether I believe it's wrong or right, who cares, right? That's your point of view, right? So I respect a man. I respect that man 10 times more than a dude that's afraid to voice his opinion.
True.
So I think, anybody, what are they saying? Yeah, I honestly believe that, you know what? I think St. Thomas, in order to get from point A to point B, from A to Z,
yeah.
I think we gotta throw away the fear. We gotta throw away what people think about us. We have to throw away, what people are gonna say about us.
Well, yeah. And yeah, I know. Trust me, you are so right on so many different avenues there. Like I can go on, and I gotta watch my mouth because I'm already on that cusp.
Yeah.
Where like my son plays sports. If
Okay.
I said anything about his sports,
Yeah.
fuck, I'd have 100 ears all over me.
Yeah.
Right, but I'm not gonna, and it's not on my agenda. So hear me, it's not on my radar. But like that can affect my son. What I'm doing today can affect my son on social media because they'll paint you with a fucking brush.
Correct.
All I'm doing is stating my opinion, just like you said.
Stating your opinion.
That's it. It's opinions are like assholes. You guys all heard that thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes you think. There's a lot of times people think I'll say something, but shit, I'd be looking at 3:00 in the morning at the ceiling going, fuck, what did I just say? Right?
Yeah.
And until you have that right moment or going like, holy shit, deer in the headlights. But the power to get up to go do it is pretty exhilarating at times. Like even me coming here, I was scared shitless. And people think, oh yeah, whatever, dead serious.
Yeah.
That's my girlfriend.
Yeah.
And she just reassured me, go do what you do.
Go do you, man.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted
Yeah.
you here.
Yeah.
Because you do you.
Well, yeah.
You do you. And the truth is that
He does him.
people want to hear that. People don't want to hear no fakeness. People don't want to hear no, no political correctness. People want to hear the truth, man, because the truth is what really evokes real change.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
True.
So without real change, everybody's stagnant. And you look back 10 years from now, and most people have never changed. Like sometimes you be scrolling through Facebook, right?
Yeah.
And you see 10 years ago what people used to do, 10 years after, they're doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Like if you look back between now and last year, and the only thing that changed is your age, you got a problem, man.
Yeah. You got to evolve.
You got to evolve.
Yeah.
And once again, fear is what stops people from evolving.
Well, yeah, and public shame. Like I'm getting ripped right now. Lockwood, you're holding back, Buzz. That's what he's saying.
So, there you go. They know you.
Yeah.
They know you are holding back. They know you, right?
Hey, I offer anybody that wants to jump up here and do this. It's not the easiest thing in the world.
Okay, we gotta warm you up, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But see, look at that. They want to hear it.
Yeah, you got to bring you got to bring what they want to hear for one. Like getting back to how this all come about. It's I just I learned through the years on how to handle like Rusty's rant. It's a fucking rage that burns inside me.
Yeah.
I could be driving down the road and I see something that's like, holy flapjack. I gotta stop swearing too. People are gonna get all over that.
Okay.
But then I do the video and then I'm set free. It's like, the e-bikes and the people followed the stuff about that, and
You're liberated.
yeah.
You're liberated because honesty came out of you.
Yeah, and I made fun of them, and I'm a firm believer that bullying, this will piss people off.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer bullying is effective.
What?
Yeah, I know.
What you mean, man? Okay, I know. Explain it.
I think bullying is needed in our society.
Okay, talk to me. What do you mean?
Fuck. I'm just going by. I was born in 1973.
Okay.
46. So I grew up where if you had wood paneling in your basement, you got hit with a belt or a spatula. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like we've all seen them fucking memes.
Yeah.
Not saying my father was the worst in the world, but it was a stern voice.
Okay.
It was didn't eat your vegetables, the timer come on.
Yeah.
And you got the wrath of the belt, spatula, whatever dad get his hand on, we'd have our smart remarks. But if you think, now here I got so many things to say on this.
Remember, the statement was bullying is effective.
I think it's effective. Nowadays, they got
Okay.
kids wearing pink in school to show against bullyism. If I was wearing pink in school back when I was growing up,
Yeah.
going in saying, I want to stop bullying, and I wore a pink shirt,
Okay.
the rest you can't write. I'm getting thrown down the hill at Homedale.
Okay.
It's a French immersion.
Okay.
You don't think bullying makes the weaker person better to get back in the gym, to train, to educate themselves, to look at their sports? Do you think in the workplace, you don't think a little bit of bullying goes a little way? Because a bullying is not all about bullying. It's about showing that person their weakness.
Yes.
And if you actually like them, you'll help and bring them up.
Mm-hmm.
People at my place, when they're late, you're going to do the shitter. My videos on, you got to clean the shitter.
Okay.
Well, I've been patient as a boss and watch you being late 10 times in 1 month. What else can I do to you other than take your job away, but I want you to work here? You got to clean the shitter.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's a form of bullying. All I hear about now is just so much bullying in the schools, and now they're going to send them home if the teachers can't deal with it. That's what you do. You send the kids home, let the parents take care of their kid.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I can remember back in the day, if something went wrong, the parents would come in, I'm going to take care of your kid, and the parents would have some words, and all of a sudden those issues went away.
Okay.
And that's my own opinion
Yeah.
in my small little walks of life, but I think bullying is healthy. Do you think the NFL wants losers? Do you think the NHL, NBA, we push our kids along in grade school, show everyone's fair, everyone gets an award.
Participation.
Yeah, right. But then All of a sudden, you got to flick that fucking switch in high school, and you got to win, first, second, or third.
Reality.
How do you switch the kids over? All of a sudden, now that your kid that's been pushed long in school, and I failed grade 4, people, so I ain't the smartest cookie in the world.
Yeah.
Failure made me better. My brother failed grade 4.
Okay, so
4 was tough.
So what you're trying to say is bullying is an element of
A form of it, not say all of it's good.
Yeah, a form of I guess when somebody is bullied, it allows them to be put in a state of mind where it's like, you know what, I gotta fight back. I gotta defend myself. I gotta.
You arise. You get alive all of a sudden. You're in that moment going, it's not life or death, but someone's picking on me. Why? Because do they like me, or are they just making? There's a fine line. If I'm going to bully you, you're going to know I either hate you or I like you.
Correct.
I worked in a factory, and if you haven't worked in a factory and it was 16 years, you're going to see every form of harassment, sexual, non-violent harassment, everything.
Okay.
You're going to see every walks of why the company couldn't produce a robot to do your job, but you're going to have people doing shift work that hate each other, working beside each other, and what a fucking environment.
Okay.
The Ford plant, the Sterlings, the Schulmans, the Lears, all these factories, because they couldn't put a robot together to do your job. That's why they pay you so much money.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that's why I get soft on the teachers. Yeah, I could have been a fucking teacher too, but you got me all over here.
You failed grade 4, you can't be a teacher, man.
I know. And I got
I'm playing.
I know. Yeah.
I'm playing. No, on a serious note, right?
There's 365 days in a year.
Yeah. Okay.
You got to come to work every day, or going to be work, or working on yourself, and just try to evolve as a person. And we're losing base here on the bullying. I don't really agree on bullying, but I'm going to tell you right now, I tell my son, you tell the teacher, if someone comes over and says something wrong and offensive, they got the first chance to deal with it. And I said, you go tell them the second time, the third time, you take care of it. That's how it works. Because nowadays, now you hear all this stuff, they don't want to take care of it. There's not enough people to support systems and everything else. I don't buy it.
Okay.
Call the parents. Let the parents know.
Here's a scenario, Buzz, man. Like, a lot of parents don't care, man. Like, I see it all the time.
Then they shouldn't even have children.
I see it all the time because sometimes, the parents handicap these teachers, right? And I'll give you a perfect example. Let's say you got a kid that's disruptive, right? Like, he's like, he has zero discipline skills, right? He goes to school. The teachers call the parent, right?
Yeah.
To say, hey, your son it's disrupting the class. He's aggressive. He's this and that. Parent comes to school, right? And he wants to kick off the teacher's head, right?
Yeah.
The parent wants to knock up the teacher because what's happening is that when the teacher tells them, listen, your kid is not the greatest kid on the planet, the parent is internalizing it and saying, you're trying to say, I'm a bad parent. You're trying to say, I'm not the greatest person on the planet, right? So now the teachers are handicapped because it's like they can't do nothing because they don't have the support of the parent. And if they do anything, all of a sudden now, parent is writing them up or complaining to the principal, and now they got to jeopardize their career and all that kind of stuff. So you're right. I think parents have an issue with not taking responsibility for raising their kids. They expect the schooling system to raise their kids.
Oh, well, then that's pretty lazy parenting. And
I agree.
We need a license in this province for everything, and it's too bad we can't license people to have children, because some of them should fail right away, right? But that's not the way it is. You go to jail without a fishing license, but you can have 10 kids and get a check. Oh boy, I don't want to go any far. You know what I mean? Like,
I hear you.
You know what I mean?
I
Like
hear
it's like
talk.
No,
so it's funny. Somebody just
when you go down that road, it's a slippery slope too.
A good friend of mine just the other day, they were saying that there should be qualifications to have kids, right? So meaning to say that if you cannot provide for them, if you can't do this, if you can't do that, they should just lock you out. Just lock you out so you can't reproduce.
Yeah, heavy dose of saltpeter in your food or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, we need a license for everything in Ontario, but hey, Christ, if you could I can't even say the word. If you can generate...
Procreate?
Yeah, procreate.
Yeah.
go nuts. You know what I mean? Go have a good time at the bar. Go hook up with a random. There you go. Boom, you got one. It's just, it's sick. And,
Yeah.
and if...
On a serious note, it is scary though. It is scary though because it multiplies. It's not just one, it's 2, 3, 4, 5 kids, and then you have a whole generation that's lost only because their parents were lost.
You know, I'm 46 and my kid's only 10, and I see kids that aren't in sports are a different fucking breed.
Okay. So I guess you're not really saying sports, just any structure.
Any structure,
organization.
you can play volleyball. You could
Correct.
you could do cricket. I don't give a shit what you want to do.
Reading club or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
reading club. You want to be in? I was in scouts.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't do very well because I didn't listen very well. But I find kids that are in some kind of structured element of physical or mental capacity are easier molded kids. And you can see, I even see them at your shop. They come in there, the kids that are sitting on the couch nice and quiet, ready for a haircut, I fucking know they do something other than just drive their mom and dad nuts. They're in some kind of structured environment. My kid comes in there, he doesn't say boo. He's very quiet.
Yeah.
He takes after his father like me. That's a joke.
No, hey, you know what? Like, you know, group activity or teamwork produces produces a mentality of non-entitlement,
No.
if that's a word, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think a lot of younger generation, when they're not forced to share, when they're not forced to actually problem solve, I guess that's when you were talking about with the bullying, right?
Yeah.
Just a little, give them a little bit just so they could problem solve, right?
Because if you're going to have that male or female, whoever it is in school, and you give them fucking everything they want, they are not going to be a good product.
Yeah, correct.
They are not gonna. They're not gonna succeed. You've just systemized another. This is my opinion. You systemized another kid, female or male.
Correct.
Give them what they need. Give them the patience. But I'm going to tell you, a little bit of peer pressure. Just look at the real life. Are we producing kids that are going to be effective in our society?
I don't think so.
Our teachers are showing them, if you don't get what you want, work the fucking rule.
Correct.
What, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
These are our mentors to our kids. If you don't get what you want, walk out. Is that how it's going to be? Because that's what happens at home when your kid doesn't get what they want. Where do you send them? You're in a room for a timeout till you respect me.
Mm-hmm.
You can't get everything that you ever want.
Mm-hmm.
Same analogy, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can't always every 3 years go, my hand's out, I need more.
Yeah.
Who the fuck pays for it?
The hardworking people.
Well, I know they'll blame the present government. That is not how it works. And if you use that analogy and you think it's the present government that did it, then you're an idiot yourself.
So who's the problem?
It builds up over the years. We're in a hostage situation in that format on the whole teachers thing. Okay? I've got some teacher friends that are my friends.
Okay.
And I've got teachers that are really good teachers, and I got teachers that are just there for a check, and I got teachers that don't give a fuck.
So do you see?
It's like everyone. I was part of a union. Some people are so fucking union up, and I was one of them.
Yeah.
I was rah, fucking Unifor, CAW, and then all of a sudden, that's all gone, and wow, was I fucking delusional. Wow, did I have a good job at Lear? Wow, did I have great benefits? How in the hell did I get that? And it's all gone. Just imagine if every teacher realized if you worked over 196 days a year, worked like the rest of us blue-collar people, you get your time off because it's exhausting. I get it.
Yeah.
And we've talked about this before. If they're really truly going to talk about that it's about the children, take everything monetary off of it, and you'll get every Ontarian in this province supporting you. One time. How much is enough? What's the limit? What is the limit on that? So we've already went through this before.
Okay.
So the sunshine list is 100 grand.
It's 100 G. Right?
So 10 years from now, 70% of the teachers are on the sunshine list. You know what they're going to do with that sunshine list? They're going to bump it to 150 grand because 100,000 is nothing no more. Well, I've never made $100,000. Fuck, I'd love to make $100,000. I'm not saying I want to be a teacher, but I'll make it. But I'm going to work my balls off, and I'm going to work 365.
So you don't think the teachers are working for it? They got like 20, 30 kids in that classroom, man.
That's good. So, okay, and I hear you.
Yeah.
And I hear you, and I'm not disrespecting them.
And some of them are
What about
brats, man.
What about the daycare workers where you got to change their diapers, where they can't look after themselves, and they got 30, 40 kids? Do we care about them? They make double.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's just get this straight. It's the same thing, but you're teaching them stuff. You're learning. My son can't wait to learn.
Yeah.
Is every fucking kid a complete mess? No.
No.
Is there? Yes.
Correct. Correct.
So back in the day, there wasn't EA supports. Now we have them.
Okay.
And I'm going to have people fact check me. I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
But what is the limit that we're going to?
Now,
That's what the food for
what's the
thought
limit?
is.
What's
the limit? Because I knew at the factory, we can't pay no more. We're going to close the factory. We gave money back. One time, and this is my belief, one time, show us it's about the kids.
Yeah.
Take off the monetary. I'll be the first one to support you.
Now, I do believe daycare teachers should get equivalent to teachers.
Because they're doing shitty diapers.
They
got vomit. They
it's
got
work,
everything.
man. It's work.
My
It's
son, yeah, again, it's not about my son, whatever, but
Yeah.
His school he goes to, I don't see chaos.
Mhm.
I don't see chaos. I don't see it. I know there's going to be. It's like when we worked in the factory, there's some tough jobs in that plant.
Yeah.
There was some tough jobs. And part of the health and safety, we knew where the tough jobs were. So we rotated them. We made them ergonomically correct.
Yeah.
We tried to our best of ability to work with the company. Just like the school system, we know there's some tougher grades. But here, have a PD day. Get some regroup. Have a couple months off. Regroup. Where is the limit? Where, honestly, all these people that want to go both sides, I'm just asking, where is the happy medium? The school side, class size has been on the agenda for 20 years.
Correct. Even longer, actually. Yeah.
So,
correct.
like, it's like, okay, I don't know. I don't have the $1 million question, but all I'm questioning is, what is the ceiling?
I think the real question is, because I think the real fight is between the union and the government. I don't know if the real fight is between the teachers and the government, right? Because the union is the one representing the teachers, right?
Yeah.
So I would love to know if all the teachers agree with the union, or they have no choice but to stand with the union.
Transparent. Let's make a fucking referendum. End it, right? Hey,
Okay.
if the people speak, the people speak. And I'm about majorities. And the silent majority is out there. I might be willing to voice my opinion. Put this shit to a vote. Referendum. This is already costing millions. What's another fucking vote?
Yeah.
Referendum. Were you here with a referendum? What was it? Fuck, way back when they used to have referendum
What
votes.
year was that?
Oh man, you put me on the spot. But if there's something like this important,
Yeah.
put it to the people,
Give it to the people, right?
right? And if the people fucking spoken, you gotta do what the people said, plain and simple. So guys like me, they're just running a dinky detail shop in St. Thomas, don't mean shit in the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Put it to the people.
Let the people decide.
Let the people decide.
Hey.
Because, I get on social media platforms and I can say my 2 cents and holy shit do I get beat up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just asking, what's the limit?
What's the limit?
Where's the ceiling? Because, and people think I hate teachers. I don't.
Mhm.
I don't. And I don't. Next will be, what do you pay a firefighter? What's the ceiling there? What do you pay a cop? It trickle down effect. Then the EA support. Then the secretaries.
Yeah.
Are we outpricing ourselves on education? Are we putting so much money? There's so many different facts you can go through, and I'm not prepared to go through them all because I said I wasn't going to talk about this.
Okay. No, that's
all right.
dope. So I guess the conclusion is let the people decide.
I'd let the people decide. Put it to a referendum.
I would really honestly want to know if every single teacher or majority of the teachers agree with the union. I really want to know
Yeah.
that.
You know, my personal opinion, at times at Lear, I was so pro-union. And then after I look at it, I'm like, fuck. Man, we were greedy. And where's Lear now? Where's Ford now?
Yeah.
Where's the teachers going to be? And that's a question you got to think. Where's the teachers union in 10 years from now? Are the teachers that are looking at their 30 years and their age out? Or are you looking after the new teachers coming in?
Yeah.
Because that's the question. How much more money you got to throw at it? Like, we're in trouble here in Ontario.
We are.
Hey, let's just put our fucking tax on it. We'll clean it up. Because I see these stupid videos on Facebook. They're putting garbage down a river over in Haiti.
Yeah.
But people get upset that I say something about Trump or I talk about teachers and e-bikes and they get all fucking riled up. I'll show you a video that'll fucking rile you up.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I think that's the case, and people never want to deal with the real issues that are happening in this world, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, okay.
Well, yeah, we touched a little bit of that.
Yeah, we did.
Like, you know, here, one last thing.
What's up?
Online courses they're talking about.
Okay.
So, fuck. Here's my opinion on that.
What's up?
Wherever you go to Burger Bar, Rotten Ronnie's. They all got their self-checkouts. Go to Shoppers. Go to Walmart. Everything's online.
Mm-hmm.
There's people waiting out in the parking lot getting their shit from Walmart delivered out to their car because they're too lazy to go in. This is where we're going, but we're worried about online courses. When you go do the DMV, and I had to redo my AZ license, I didn't talk to nobody. I sat there and went online.
It's online. Yeah.
Where do you think our society's going nowadays? Look at me. I'm on a podcast here for the first time ever. Hey?
Online.
So,
Online.
So 4 credits. Okay. Is that worth going on strike? Take the monetary off the table. You'll have everyone in Ontario going, I love teachers, and I'll give them anything they want. That's my 2 cents, and I'll stick it with it.
Okay. So we're going to switch topics, you know?
Yeah.
One last topic here.
And no, we're not buzzed. Someone says we look like we're buzzed online.
Buzzed?
No.
Nah, man, I ain't never drank.
I am wasted on Monster drinks.
Okay. Now, St. Thomas is growing.
Yeah.
Right? It's growing. It's a lot of...
Where are you there?
Anybody asking any questions?
I can't keep...
Oh, okay.
Any questions? Give her up.
Okay, St. Thomas is growing, right?
Yeah.
And the city has to shift gears and on what they used to do opposed to what's coming. Because the city is growing at such a fast pace that if we don't, catch up with majority of all the other cities, we're going to be left behind, right? So what does this city need to be parallel with the individuals that are coming into the city?
Well, buzz for mayor. Let's do that. Hey, you did that trick, didn't you?
I did that. I did it.
Guy for mayor, eh?
I did it. But you know what?
I just had to throw that one out there.
A lot of people ask me if I would run for mayor again, right? And I tell the honest truth. I think people have to realize the reason why I ran. I actually ran because there was issues that I didn't think were going to be brought up in the mayor race. Stuff like mental health, affordable housing, funding for the youth. Transportation was huge for me, right? So these issues I didn't think were going to be addressed, and that's why I ran, right?
Yeah.
And by the time, or right before the vote, right, majority of those issues were getting addressed, right? Yeah. So I was like, I'm not needed anymore, right? Joe Preston ended up winning.
You did put a lot of light on that. When I seen that, I went, fuck, that guy's genius, running for mayor. Putting a spotlight on all your fingers. You got your fingers in different things.
I do, but you know what? The truth is that I really cared about what
you did. And you know what? I was skeptical at first. And because remember I told you, and you don't believe me. You're beating on me. You had your fingers and everything, and I got it because you're driven. You're driven.
Yeah. To
go out there and succeed, and that's pretty cool. And I wouldn't be here if I didn't believe in you.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Correct.
You'd still be cutting my hair.
There you go.
I'd be talking shit every 2 weeks. I like to keep it tight too. We're working on something new here. Oh, don't look at that. Oh. But hey, listen, I don't want to. One of our listeners here. City Council declared a climate emergency in our city today. What's your thoughts?
They did?
Yeah. Yeah, they're fucking nuts.
A climate emergency?
Yeah, we got a climate emergency. Too much geese shit around Lake Margaret. Is that what their problem is?
What? I'm not fully aware of what that would mean. Like,
Yeah,
what do
I
you mean
know.
a
I
climate
remember
emergency?
reading something there on social media that the counselor's worried about climate change here in St. Thomas.
Oh.
I'm worried about the being downwind from the dump. That smells pretty bad because we're not harnessing
Yeah.
the methane. The Americans do one good thing right. When I was hauling garbage, they can retain all that. That's energy just blowing away.
Okay.
I can go down that road. That could be a separate thing. When I was hauling garbage, man, did I see some wacky shit.
Yeah. Okay.
People are worried about
Okay.
that, but yeah, we should pay more tax. Sorry, someone just said there was climate emergency.
Oh, okay. No, but back to I was talking about Joe. I think Joe Preston's the right mayor for the city. Honestly, I do believe that, and like I honestly, sincerely believe that. And when he won, I felt like I won because initially, Joe Preston's platform was not too far off from what my platform was. The only difference is that he had the skill, he had the the backing, he had the connections, he had a whole bunch of things to actually make these things or help make these things.
Yeah, at one time you can make you a fucking burger too, but it doesn't mean I'm a genius. But you know what? Joe Preston's that's a double-edged sword. Back when he was MP, back when St. Thomas was thriving, back when you can go down Talbot Street and everyone that's out there having a beer, supporting local business, all had a job over $20 an hour.
Okay.
If you were a hot-blooded male between 20 and 30 years old, you were making $60,000 to $80,000 a year in this town. And guess who our MP was?
Joe Preston.
Joe Preston.
So that's
where the fuck are those jobs now? And I know the boom come down.
Well, what year was that though?
2011, Lear closed. Ford went to the shit dump.
Okay.
Sterling, Schulman's, Thermodisc. I could talk about these other places, but we didn't save one of them. Now all of a sudden, Sleeko's $11 million in debt. Right? They're going to go bankrupt. $11 million in the big pictures of things isn't much money. What relief do they need to stay open so people can go make a living? Think about it. $11 million in this day and age is fuck all. Joe Preston is your guy, my guy.
Yeah.
But he was MP back in the day and seen a lot of industry go. And yeah, we're opening our doors, but everything's fucking minimum wage. Do you see what the property taxes, the houses in town are going for?
So who do you think is responsible for that though, right?
Again, that's $1 million question.
You know?
Because they got $11 million in debt. I'm just taking Sleeko for one.
Sleeko, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
What can St. Thomas do to alleviate their debt? Sorry, no taxes, rebate? What do you need? Because everyone that worked at that plant either lives here, travels here, buys gas, buys cigarettes, buys booze, buys whatever they want to be happy
in the city.
In this city. Now there's another one going.
Yeah. I think that's the transition of
what's
happening.
That's what these people have to do. It's a city council that's going proactive. What do we need? Our doors are open.
Yeah.
But also make people make a living wage.
Yeah.
It's a double-edged sword. But getting back to the day where I was 19, straight out of high school, I wasn't making over 20 right away. It took us a few years. But shit, you go down Talbot Street back in the heyday.
Yeah.
It was fun times.
I heard about that.
It was evil. It was awesome. Talbot Street was the UFC. UFC was never a big thing. We had UFC in Talbot Street. And you can leave any bar, grab a hot dog sausage and watch a fight and go home and everything was good.
Yeah.
Nowadays, people go out there with their minimum wage is a 14. You can't go out.
Okay.
But what Joe Preston needs to look in the mirror, look at the years gone by. What did you do then? Learn from it. What are you going to apply now? That's what I'd ask him.
I think
what
what's
are you going
happening
to do?
is that all these major corporations are moving out of the country. So it's not any city or any leader's fault. It's just how are you going to compete with when a company moves overseas where they could pay their workers a couple of dollars a day, right? Like, how are you going to compete with that? They're going to go. Kellogg's left London. You can't compete with that, right? But I think the issue is that there's no way for you to compete with them. But what do? Like, I think this is when you have to rebrand the city. You have to transition a whole new element of entrepreneurship. I think that will save the
Well,
city.
for one, I think, I don't know all the ins and outs with city council, but depends on the square footage and how big your company is. Give them a reduction in property taxes for one, because when they hire people, that's revenue. People buy, people rent, people do everything. Where does that all funnel back?
Does city council have that power to do that?
I don't know if they do or not, but like, again, I'm just a detailed doctor of the buff and shine, and I don't know much.
So
but
I don't think they do. Like, taxes are standard across the board. You can't just pick and choose who you're gonna.
oh, hey, you got me all over the place. Wait till we find out that we've overblown our snow budget and they haven't done fuck all this year, right? There's not much snow, but next year they say there's deficit in our snow budget, right, for snow removal.
Okay, so but the good thing is that I do see St. Thomas moving in a positive direction.
Oh, totally. I
definitely see that,
totally agree with that.
I see a whole bunch of new businesses. I see a whole bunch of new faces. I see a new attitude.
Downtown is really, I think, rebounded.
It is.
This bullshit that they're building over there by Canadian Tire. Get this. Now you're going to get me in another rant.
Okay, what?
All those new buildings that they're building over there by Canadian Tire.
Okay.
Walmart, Superstore.
Yes.
Again, you people that want to fact check me, go ahead. But Winners is coming in, Whippy.
Okay.
Another pet store. Like, we need another fucking pet store in St. Thomas. I didn't know there's that many pets in town.
There's a lot of pets in St. Thomas.
Well,
man.
holy shit, I gotta get in the pet shop. I'm gonna tell you.
Listen, you ever go to Burlington? There's a pet store on every single corner, man.
People are that bored in life, they need fur babies. I get it.
Whichever.
But there's going to be a pet store.
Winners
Winners
is nice.
Yeah, and you know what else is going to go over there? They're moving out is Mark's Work Warehouse.
Mark's, yeah.
Okay, you know what we really need?
What you need?
A fucking new beer store.
Beer store?
Yeah, we need another liquor store.
Another one?
That's what we
this
need
one
in this
across
town.
the street, no?
Yeah, but there's only one.
Oh.
We line up like sheep at these places. Could you imagine if there's only one spot in town? I used to be a cigarette smoker. Could you imagine there's only one spot where you can buy cigarettes, and they're going to dictate to you when they're open, when they're closed?
Okay.
Bullshit.
So you want another beer store?
Well, I don't know. I think I'm the common man in here. I'm working for the little guy. Yeah, I think there should be another beer store in St. Thomas and another liquor store. Okay. Or why can't they sell both at the same fucking place?
I always wonder that.
Common sense, right?
Isn't it two different institutions?
It's fucking greed. It's greed. We got the shittiest beer store in Ontario.
What?
You go in there, there's 2 cashiers. We've got a population of 40,000 people.
Okay.
Right? In the surrounding areas we're pulling from, so it's probably 60,000 people. We got one beer store. Kickoff on NFL Sundays at 1 o'clock. They open at 12 noon.
Yeah.
If you've ever went tailgating, you want to have beverages early in the morning after breakfast. I don't know. I'm being a stupid Bills fan, but that's just, I'm getting sidetracked here. There should be another beer store being built, and if it is being built, I stand corrected.
Okay. Hey, you know what? I don't drink, so I'm going to take your word for it.
Yeah, I don't drink either.
Okay.
But that's going to kill the downtown core, building all these new shops, because you know what happens to anyone in town? Hey, look, there's a new restaurant. St. Thomas is good for this. If you're under, everyone will show you love.
Yeah.
St. Thomas are great that way. They showed you love. Hey, we're 1 year that your shop opened up. Came up with Facebook memory.
It did.
Yeah.
I was like shocked. I said,
you hold
shoot.
this thing for a while. You put it on you.
Okay.
But your shop still gets love because you're under the radar. You're providing a great service.
Okay.
A unique service no one else is doing, right? But the downtown is great. Like, we can go on and on about that too, even Christmas parade.
Okay, well, check this out, man. Rob here, he's talking about he wants a gentleman's club.
Well, geez, Rob, at one time we were the Titty Bar Central. We were. Oh, my Lord.
When is this, man? It's like I missed.
Oh, you missed out. Oh, yeah, we had Cheeks. We had Stop 95, North Side. Geez, I'm getting older here. What's the other ones, people?
Now, don't you think that would destroy the city?
I think the time and place to have a titty bar is over with.
It's done.
Yeah, it's done. That is, it's over. We had a ton. I get why they kind of squeezed them all out. They're dirty. they had their place. And if anyone still thinks they're in their 40s and need to go to a strip bar, reevaluate your life.
Okay. Yeah, Dave is like, he wants the nudie bar back.
Yeah, $3.99 steaks. I used to eat them all the time in there.
And Shane is Bert's. What's that?
Bertie Bob's.
Oh, okay.
Now it's a church. Can you go figure, Shane?
Hey.
It's a destination church.
So I guess the strip club got baptized, right?
Wow, there are a lot of evils in that Bertie's over the years. My God.
Skin Town. What is that?
Well, Skin
Is that
Town.
another strip club?
No, people used to call St. Thomas Skin Town. My belief on that, in the summertime, you go down Talbot Street, you'll see a lot of guys in their wife beaters and no shirt pushing a baby carriage. So
Is that what Skin Town means?
that was my version of it.
So
Hey, listen, if you got a brand new iPhone and tattoos all the way down for a sleeve, you're doing right. Because I'm not on social services or any kind of check, and I got one tattoo and I don't take my shirt off. So I guess I'm losing. I'm not winning there.
yeah, okay. I guess I missed the whole generation here, man.
St. Thomas was pretty quiet. It still is quiet.
So what's Suzanne saying? Suzanne is saying she wants candy at the Christmas parade.
Oh yeah. Oh, Suzanne, thanks. What, we're destroying the place.
Yeah.
Get this: St. Thomas has a great Christmas parade.
Okay.
When I grew up as a kid, again, I believe if you're a '70s kid, you weren't bubble wrapped.
Okay.
'80s you weren't. '90s they started putting bubble wrap suits on kids. But you get me all distracted. But the Christmas parade in St. Thomas costs you money to be in it. So as a small business owner, you got to pay a certain amount of money to be in it, and you're not allowed to hand out literature or candy to the kids or bystanders. I call bullshit. As a kid, you would break fingers, and I'm just kidding when I say that. You would tackle kids to get the candy before it went down the gutter. It was about the music, throwing candy, having candy, staying up late, and watching Santa. Port Stanley brings the heat. You're allowed to hand candy to the entrance, and it's absolutely free to go in the Port Stanley Dickens Day Parade. What's
It
wrong
is.
with St. Thomas?
It is, eh?
Yeah. Again, I've walked Talbot Street for 3 straight years in the St. Thomas Parade, and you get to see the emptiness in the kids, because now the kids, and just like the parents, they want gratification right away.
Instant gratification.
Yeah, they want something that's going to go, wow, that was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Or, whoa, crazy. So I dressed up in my Trump suit. This is a Christmas parade in St. Thomas, and I'm going down with one of those
As Donald Trump.
Donald Trump. I'm piggybacking him, blowing a horn, saying I'm making St. Thomas great again. I got some booze, I got some cheers, and I got some, mixed emotions.
Okay.
At least I wakened them from their slumber
True.
of a St. Thomas
True.
Christmas parade.
True.
So let it be known now, we are going to throw candy, and we'll be banned from the St. Thomas parade in 2021. We are going to throw candy this year.
Okay.
Because we went down to Port Stanley, and was it $300 worth of gum and candy we threw, and we ran out.
Oh, okay.
It was fun. We had noisemakers. We gave all these kids horns.
Yeah.
It's about the kids at the end of the
It
day.
is about the kids.
What else is saying?
Where is it? Brad saying love the beer. Respect, Brad. Yeah, man. Shelly's telling I missed all the fun, man. Shelly's telling me I missed all the fun. I got here.
What year did you get here?
Shoot, I don't even know. 2016, 15,
Wow.
somewhere around there.
What an impact you made then. I'm not trying to kiss your ass, but yeah.
Pause, man.
Yeah.
Okay, and then these. I guess I was a decade too late, right?
Yeah.
Because people keep on telling me you should have been here 10 years ago, man. The city was popping. But so if the city was popping, we can make it pop again, no?
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely. So whatever was popping 10, 15 years ago,
you got to bring it down to the downtown core. The
Correct.
downtown core, through the sands of time
Correct.
and history, your downtown core makes a city.
correct. Correct. And you know what? That's interesting because that's the reasoning. Like realistically, I could have opened the Saint T, the barbershop anywhere, right? I specifically said I'm gonna open it in the downtown core, right in the middle.
Yeah.
Right where Legends is at.
Where there's shitty parking.
Correct. But I said I want it downtown because if you're right, if you revive downtown, the whole city gets revived.
And hence Iron Horse, bring it back downtown.
There you go.
I don't see where I just think you bring it back downtown. Like what they've done, and you know what? I like what they've done, they've really fucked the parking up on Talbot Street. The snowplows, they have fun too. I see. Yeah. It's just a mess, but
once again, it wasn't really the Iron Horse that had the choice. It's those merchants that were complaining.
I know. You got to listen to them. Again, that's another double-edged sword. You're going to make someone fucking happy in this world. You're going to piss off 40% people.
Correct.
So again,
Go to the vote.
What is the level of acceptance of pissing people off? You know, I mean, because I got a different view on it. You can sit there and go, like when I do something for Buff and Shine, if it's okay in here and I bounce it off my boss, I'm going to go with it, and that's just the way it is. But there always is repercussions. I'm not going to make everyone happy with my prices.
Correct.
But I'm going to try. What are you going to do for the business owners? You know what I mean? I don't know.
You know, I think at the end of the day, majority wins. You got to do it that way. You can't have 40 businesses and then 2 businesses determine what could come downtown and what can't come, right? So that's what I say.
Yeah.
You have to, same thing with the teachers, let the people decide. Downtown, where they're going to have all these festivals, Iron Horse, Rip Fest, let the people decide.
Well, yeah. And then now they want these fucking e-scooters and e-bikes. Why? Well, look at all the madness that's going to happen with that. Right? You know.
Well, you don't like the e-bikes,
Get this. You know, I went to Kansas City to visit my father.
Yes.
And I guess we're behind the times in the whole world. Walking down the center, downtown Kansas City, Union Station, again, it's your downtown that makes a city.
Correct.
It's got transit that's absolutely free all around, this e-transit, all the way down to Kansas City. All the doors are open to check everything out, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden I look over and went, holy fuck, they're here. And there's just scooters sitting on their sides.
Okay.
You got to go up there with your phone and wake the beast and go for a rip.
Okay.
Okay, we're in a society where you need a helmet for anything you need, right?
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, I'm in downtown Kansas City, and here's these e-bikes, e-scooters, that we're going to have ripping around our city shortly. Who in the fuck is policing this? Because you just open up another can of distracted driving, impeding traffic flow, I believe. So I never got to ride them, but I'm thinking, shit, they're already doing this. We're behind the times. Like Port Stanley's got bikes now. You can tap them, unlock them, and go for a rip. Yeah. To me, I think being a local, this is stupid. But you know, people are doing it.
True.
Because pretty soon, you know, I see down the road, Port Stanley especially, going to get more congested. I guess a bike will get you around quick, but that ain't a big city.
Okay.
Now we're going to let these e-scooters run wild.
The e-bikes, eh?
Well, the e-bike. My short little rant on that, because I know you've been waiting for it.
Uh-huh.
Little back history here. I have an AZ license, the biggest license you can have, and the most responsibility I believe you should have to run AZ with an M. Okay.
Okay.
No infractions on my CVOR.
Mm-hmm.
Running heavy down the highway, 10 axles, pulling garbage.
Mm-hmm.
No infractions. I have a motorcycle license, but I don't have it on the road because I'm dealing with some other issues. But they want a couple $100 a month for me to run a 1100cc Honda, my fucking Honda Davidson. I have to wear a DOT helmet or I get fined. Mm-hmm. I gotta have insurance or I get fined. Mm-hmm. Now, you'll roll up, this is my opinion, you'll roll up on an e-bike, the guy's got his fucking helmet just teetering, it's just barely on.
Yeah.
He's got a fucking res smoke hanging out of his mouth. He's got a tray of Tim Hortons between his feet. that he doesn't want to spill because he's got to go back to No Daddy Alley so everyone can have a Tim Hortons, right?
Okay.
But all of this is no charge.
And it's
nothing.
allowed.
And it's allowed. And you know what? They got little trailers in behind them now. Again, where's the limit on this? Where is this going to go? This is going to tax our health care because they're going to get run over. They're going to be in accidents. They're going to cause accidents. We're going to have kids that think, oh, I don't need a license. I'm going to jump on. This is going to tax our police force.
Yeah.
Okay, are you of age to be on this e-scooter? You know what I mean? I mean, there's a whole handful of stuff. Again, people want it. Who's going to take care of it?
Hard-working taxpayers.
I can't fucking stand the e-bikes. You know what? I think
What's
this year here, me and John are going to get e-bikes, and I'm going to destroy the internet.
Okay.
Because I'm going to show you what they do on sidewalk. You know what? I'll ride on the sidewalk because you can't ride on the street.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like, I get another rant here that pisses me off. People that want to exercise and have the bicyclists.
Mm-hmm.
They think they can go 3 or 4 fucking wide on the street. And if you come damn close to them, they all lose their shit. Like, you don't own the road. No one owns the road. We all respect ourselves on the road. And that's the bottom line.
Yeah.
You know how many times I want to go by with some slush and just bring a curtain of slush on an e-biker?
Well, on that note, we're going to end off the first episode.
Yeah, we had enough of this.
Of Real Talks with Buzz, Malichi Malay, you know. So, we out here.
Yeah, you know what? Thanks for having me on. If I offended anybody, sorry. Just my opinion.
You know what? We're definitely going to bring you back all the time.
Well, that'd be okay.
You
I'm
know,
okay with this. It's a
you-
little easier once you start rolling, but
Yeah.
once you start on here and you go, it's tougher than it is. You know, I watch a lot of podcasts myself.
Yeah.
I got some really deranged ones I follow, but you never think you'd be on one, do one yourself because
Yeah.
now I've just opened up the door of criticism even more.
That's
And
okay.
that's what you say about like yourself. You're an entrepreneur. You're out there.
Yeah.
You're causing discussion. You're fighting your cause, like with the wardrobe, your music, and putting the spotlight in St. Thomas. And you've only been here since 2000 what?
Like 15, 16.
Yeah, there's people here that've been here all their life and haven't added to St. Thomas. Just think about that for a minute. Haven't advocated saying St. Thomas is a great city, or Tilly come out and did your roof. You gave love to someone that came out, in a small business owner himself, said, I'll do it.
Yeah.
And did it, right? And
Right.
it's like...
Big up to Tilly Roofing.
Yeah, Tilly
know.
Roofing. There you go, pal. Derek
Tilly
Tilly.
Roofing, man. One of the greatest. That you know, just to give him a plug, man. Dude, like, check this out. I called everybody in the book. I called everybody on the internet. And what I got was, we can't do it until it's, you know, we can't do it. It's wintertime, right? So Tilly, he was the only dude that was like, you know what? Shoot. I'm going to come out there the next day and I'm going to give you a quote. And not only did he give me the best price, dude came the very next day with his team, finished my roof in a day.
Yeah.
In a day.
That's
You know what I mean? So it's like, and then once he finished the roof, I'm like, yo, I gotta tell people about this, right?
Yeah.
But once I start telling people, the dudes that I called before, they're like, I could have came over and did it for you.
Yeah, okay.
I called you, dude.
Yeah.
I called you. So enough love to Tilly, man. You know.
Yeah.
And the whole family, Chad, everybody, man. Like they're serious businesses. And what I do find in St. Thomas is the people that own the businesses in St. Thomas. They're very efficient. They're very prompt, and the work is amazing, man.
It's true. Brad Jones, you're my bully, Buzz. I'm not a bully.
You're a bully, man.
I just think,
but it's okay sometimes.
There's some tools of what you consider a bully.
Yeah.
Can motivate people in this world. You know, like
I hear you.
we can go on and on about that, and I know we're trying to wrap this up, but if you want to be the best that you want to be, you gotta be motivated sometimes, and sometimes motivation comes in different forms.
Amen.
That's all you can say.
Real Talks. We got Malichi.
There
We
he
got
is.
Buzz.
That's it.
See you next week, y'all.
See
God
ya.
bless.
Holy Christ, how long was